Just me and my tortoise. Hey, you got strawberry on your face. You got the strawberry on. Come here, I want you to look at your mama. Hey, look. Look. Quit walking, buddy. I want you to look at your mama. Hey, look. Look. Quit walking, buddy. Does that tickle? Does that tickle? Does that tickle? Hey. He's my baby. Oh, he's my baby. He's just my baby. He's just my baby. Hey guys, it's Judy here at Snead's Farmhouse. I just came out to the animals. Today's Labor Day and it was kind of hot today, so I had on the mister. So I want to show you what's going on. You think they like it? Look, even my goats like it. Is that not funny? Did you ever think the goats would like it? And if you look way down there, you'll see shishis in it too. But isn't that cool? They love it. I know I've already told y'all thank you for telling me about the mister. I realize I've already said that. But I have to tell you again that these animals and myself thank you so much for telling us about this mister, because it has been a complete life changer for them. Dee Dee, you want to say thank you? Dexter looks like he's got snow on him. Look at him. Look, he's loving it. Look at him. He is loving it. He's just dripping. Oh, he's so happy. And where's Cinco? So let's go down here and look at, oh, Shishi. So here she is. So she just got out of it, but she's soaking wet too. Shishi? You want to say thank you, Shishi? Oh, goodness. Look at old Freddy Pooh. Frey? What you doing? Frey Pooh? Huh? What you doing, Frey Pooh? You don't want the mister? Freddy doesn't like to get wet. He's the only pig in the world that doesn't like to get wet. Mr. Leroy saw me over here filming and he wanted to make sure he got in on the picture. Leroy? Oh, he's wet too, so you've been in the mister? Huh? You've been in the mister? I didn't know he would get in it. Good job, Leroy. I guess Cinco hasn't made her way to the mister yet. She's up here in the barn, so I've been working with her to get her really tame. So I think I'm gonna go up here and see how she does with me approaching her. Hey, Cinco. So you know the routine. I like to come out here in the afternoons and just sit and see who comes up to me. And it's always a funny thing. So I'm just sitting here. Oh, Cinco's in the back. Bless her heart. Ain't nobody coming up. Does anybody care about their mom? And they're like, I'm in the mister. I don't care. Here comes Leroy. Maybe they won't knock my phone off. Leroy, come over here. Leroy. You know Luna's coming to give me kisses. You know Leroy's got to show. Leroy's going to have to be. Leroy, you're soaking wet. Buddy. You're soaking wet, Lily. Yes, you are. I will pass out on the floor if Cinco comes up here to me. Quit, Luna. Look at that. Cinco. We've come a long way. I wonder if I draw my hand towards me, she will continue to walk up. You see how I'm drawing my hand? She's getting closer and closer. So that's one way I train little ones. Quit, Luna. Luna's messing with mine. Look, all the way up to me. And I'm not going to reach out my hand to her. I want her to trust me, because sometimes when I go to reach my hand, they kind of like breaks the trust, because then they get scared. But when I sit here still and let the animals come to me and like do whatever, lick, whatever they're gonna do, sniff, that's when they get tame and they know they can trust me. This is Polka, aren't you? Polka, and she has a twin sister named Dottie. Polka Dottie. I know it's corny. It's corny. She's a good girl. I've had her probably 2 years. It took her a long time to get pregnant though. She was always with the male and never got pregnant. And I wondered if she could even get pregnant. And then she spit one out on me. Didn't you, girl? I'm cracking up because right now Leroy is on the other side of this camera trying to get as close as he can to me. And I'm like, let me show you. You see, he is a mama's boy, aren't you, Lily? And Cinco is right behind me again. He likes his lips massaged. I don't know why. Is that a horse thing? Come here. Come here. You come here. Let me see your teethy. Let me see your teethy. Okay. Do you need your teeth brushed? Huh? Who are you? Oh no, it's Bobby Joe. Oh, Bobby Joe. Oh, Bobby Joe. When he's rubbing up on me like that, that is not a good thing. It's because he loves me. He doesn't just love me, but he loves me. Playtime is always fun with these animals. It's nighttime. I can't even begin to describe the connection at night with these animals. It's just like they're so settled, and they look forward to me coming out here and us just spending time together, and it's so special. Right now is molting season with these chickens, and around my farm it actually looks like a murder scene. You see all these feathers? There's feathers everywhere. So when you walk out here, and if you don't have chickens, you think, oh, somebody's been murdered, but that's not the case. Every season, the chickens go through what's called molting. And basically what happens is during the spring, they molt to get their summer coat in. But then during the fall and late summer, they start molting to get their winter coat in, and that's what's happening right now. So we have feathers everywhere, but that's fun time because I go pick all. I do not leave them. I pick them up, and I try to use them like with a craft. I try to sell them. I try to utilize them in every way that I can to pay for my farm. Right now, I want to introduce you to somebody that's very special to me. This is Debbie. Okay, I want to tell you about Debbie. Debbie was one of my very first chickens. I've had her for almost 5 years. I named her Debbie because Debbie was a very special person to me in Stapleton, where I used to live. she came to my aerobic classes, and she was very special to me. And when I moved from Stapleton to Coleman, I was so sad because I left all my friends. So naturally, what do? You name your chickens after them. So Debbie has made it all this time. I have two. I have a Margaret and I have a Debbie. And isn't she beautiful? She lays green eggs. And she's the sweetest thing. Say, I'm a sweet girl. Actually, Debbie was the first chicken that laid my first egg. So the very first egg that I ever got in my life came from her. In the last video, I did a video about Shane and I going to my son's house to clean up. And boy, am I suffering the consequences of going. I'm covered in poison ivy. I know it's my fault because I went and got their scissors and trimmed around that building. And you know it had poison ivy. And I didn't realize it because I'm videoing a YouTube video, not paying attention. And I have my scissors out there weed eating with the scissors. And it's my fault that I have poison ivy. Dexter. There goes some nice clean water. He's gotten brushed. Look at him, he's still... I had to turn it off. Don't be mad at me. You can't get sprayed all night. We ain't rich around here. Okay? Okay, it's dark outside. I hope that you can see this, but look who is in the mister. He's loving it. They're all ready to eat supper. they're waiting on me. But Rio has finally figured out where the mister is. So now that he's figured it out, the others will figure it out. Taterbug and Georgia Lee. Good morning. I brought some treats this morning to Freddie and Shishi and boyfriend. I guess the goats and the cows will get some too. And it's time for me to let the chickens out. Today's Wednesday, and the group home is coming today that volunteers each week. It's always a treat to get them. Boyfriend, I want you to see it. See it. Move, Leroy. Boyfriend, I want you to see. Okay, Leroy here. Boyfriend. Leroy got his carrot. Hang on, baby, I'm gonna get you some. Hang on, let me get it out of my pocket. Let me get it out of my pocket. Okay. Ready? I want you to see it. Thank you. Thank you. Look how gentle he is. Thank you, baby. Now you didn't even eat all your carrot. Go eat your carrot. Mama got you something. And I don't know if they're going to sit. Let's see if I can make them sit. I want you to see it. See it. Frey. Freddie. See. Let's see. Frey. See. Frey. See it. See it. Thank you. Thank you. Just one. Frey. See it. Good boy. Good boy. And that, folks, is how you get them to see it. Just have a treat. They'll do whatever you want them to do. So now it's time to open up the gates. They sleep in there at night. So it's time to tell them good morning. Leroy stays out because he's the protector and no one's coming in here without him being in here. And so, look, Tate's ready to come out. What you doing, buddy? Hey, you want out? Hey, hound dog. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on, Georgia Lee. Why, Leroy? There ain't nothing in there for you. All right, you ready to come out? You ready to go play? Okay. Come on. Good morning, pretty girl. I don't have any more treats. They ate them all. Don't have any more. Next up is the goats. Good morning. Y'all ready to come out? Y'all go have a good day. Go have a good day. They're like, woo, I'm free. Can you smile? Boyfriend. Cheese. Cheese. You see all these birds out in my neighbor's pasture? This is not good. And I've talked about this before, but it's because I have this square fencing and it is not for chickens. I am going to have to make an investment in bull wire so the chickens do not go through this, because my neighbors do not want chickens on their grass all the time. So they're out there because he just freshly cut it, so they're catching bugs. So that is one thing I'm going to have to invest in, is some fencing. What's been happening is the chickens are going across here in this field to catch the bugs, and then big hawks are coming up and they're catching these little chickens and killing them. So I do not need them to go over here. We've had a hawk nest in the past couple of months way up there in that tree, and you can hear them. And it's just like bait when they go out here in that open field, and the hawks are just attacking them. All right, let me teach you something. So when you see a bird standing over here by itself and he's just being still, it's a sign that you probably need to check on this bird and see what's going on. So I'm fixing to catch it and see. All right, I caught it. So the first thing I do is I look to make sure their eyes are not swollen. Let's see, eyes are open. I need to look at this eye. Okay, eyes are swollen. I do not see a runny nose. So usually that's the first thing I check, is for respiratory. The next thing I check is for mites. Chickens can get mites and you have to treat them. And if one get it, they all get it. That's the bad part about having animals, is like if one of them gets anything, the whole entire flock gets it. So now I'm gonna check for mites. So I just kind of pick up and just look. You can tell she's molting. So another thing is to look up under the wings. I do not see any mites. So maybe she doesn't have drooped wings. She doesn't have any funny things going on. So maybe she was just being still. But that's stuff that you have to pay attention to, is when she is sitting off to herself. Is that stuff falling out of her mouth? Hang on, let's see. Well, I got her upside down, so she looks a little funny right now because I have her upside down. So let's get her upright. So here she is. Okay, you see that dripping out of her? Hang on, it's fixing to drip. You see that? Okay, so that tells me something. That's why you have to pick up the chickens to see what's wrong, because you can't always see it. So the next step, it may be because I had her on her back. So I'm going to keep her up right and see if it drips again. And it doesn't look to be dripping. See? Let's give it a few minutes. And nothing is dripping. So the dripping had to be because I was jostling her around. Because she, if you remember, she was over there by the water. So she's probably me turning her upside down. It probably was that. So I don't think she's sick. But See, there's nothing dripping. So those are things that I have to keep my eye out for, because with chickens, I told you before, they're bad about not showing signs of illnesses. But if you keep your eye open, you can pick up on it pretty quickly. And if you pick up on it quickly, then you usually can eliminate death or it's spreading. So it's important for me to come out here throughout the day just to make sure her wings are not dropped and she's not acting a little funny. Coco's coming up here. Let me tell you what Coco did yesterday. Coco brought me a snake. Yes. Thank you, Coco, for the snake. But at least it didn't get to my chickens. I told you guys that I walk around collecting feathers, and I just found this beautiful feather. Wouldn't this be pretty for Thanksgiving, like on your mantle, to put like a greenery and have these leaves? These are not leaves. These are feathers. They have these beautiful feathers like sticking in them. I think I'll do that. The baby chicks are doing wonderful. Staying with mom. The mama turkeys still taking care of them. I've been looking to see if any of them are going to be frizzles, and I don't see that any are going to be frizzles. But I can tell right off the bat on the cuckoo Polish. The cuckoo Polish are these right here. I can tell which ones are hens and roosters. Like, that is a rooster. And these darker ones, like that one, is a hen. So I can tell right off the bat on those. So I'm just assessing, gonna look, make sure everyone looks okay. Seems to be doing really well. Right now, I'm taking my feather, what did I call this? I can't remember what I called it now. And I got a bucket full of pig feed because the piglets will be 3 weeks old this weekend, and it's time to get these piglets on some pig feed and get them off the milk.